Hey, what if you could turn a simple text description into a stunning AI-generated image in just seconds? No design skills needed, no complicated software, just your imagination and ChatGPT. Well, in this video, I'll show you how to generate incredible images just using ChatGPT, and by the end, you'll know how to create detailed AI art from text prompts, customize those images, and use them for everything from social media to design projects. Okay, quick note. There's tons of different tools out there that you can use to take text prompts and turn them into images. We're doing this in ChatGPT today because what's cool is not only can you use ChatGPT for generating text and creating all sorts of different content and research and stuff like that, but you can also use it for images. And so it's like, why not just do this in one place versus having to download lots of different apps or sign up for a bunch of different AI tools. Now, I will say if you really get into this, then something like Midjourney is probably like the best image creation tool that's out there with AI at this point in 2025, but Dolly, the thing that's inside of ChatGPT, works really good too. So let's pump over there and I'm gonna show you how to use it. I'm gonna show you how to get like Midjourney quality type of images from ChatGPT, and we do that just using prompts. And so what I've done here, actually, if I bounce over to my screen, is one of the key things you can do with any of these ChatGPT or AI models is whenever you're kind of wondering like what's the best way to prompt for this stuff, just ask, right? Just like nobody knows how to prompt better than the AI models, really. So they see prompts all the time. And so you can just ask like, hey, what are some good prompts to use for creating the images I want to create? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. The first step is just gonna be creating a bouquet of flowers. All right, so I'm just gonna copy this first basic image thing. And then what we're going to do here is just start a new chat. Okay, we're just in ChatGPT, and what's really cool is you can do this from your phone as well. So you can do that. You can like save the image down to your photos and just upload it right to Instagram or whatever. Okay, so how cool is that? Okay, so we just type it in here. We don't have to change models. We don't have to do anything fancy. And in just a couple of seconds, it will generate an image for us. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, okay, so that looks pretty good. You know, looks pretty realistic, but let's see if we can do better, right? So if I bounce back over here, then we can basically kind of look through some of the tips that it gives us for enhancing the background and the whole composition of the thing, right? So let's look at a couple of these, right? A bouquet of tulips resting on a wooden dock. How about a delicate butterfly, raindrops falling on. Okay, so this is kind of changing the background, right? So this one is going to give us like the background of Paris. Okay, so we're going to be like looking out the window, or we're going to be on the balcony and we're going to see these tulips out there. Okay, okay, all right. That's a pretty nice view. Still kind of AI generated, but I like it, right? I mean, like this is great for social media. Now, let's see if we can improve on this even more, all right? So some of the things that we're working on here. So we just looked at like enhancing the background, right? Okay, now another thing we can do is try to change how the texture and the effects of this look. Okay, so let's do this, soft and dreamy look. Okay, so it's going to be a pastel color palette. I'm going to copy that. Now let's go back here, paste it in. Okay, still on the balcony in Paris, looking out at the Eiffel Tower. I don't think I spelled that right, so I think it'll get it though. Ooh, okay. All right. I like the little misty look and the pastel colors, right? So that's pretty good. So we've kind of changed it. Now there's other things we could do there, right? Like we could make this into something more of a futuristic thing, or we could make it more like watercolors, okay? So that is something we can do. Now, different versions for comparison, right? So we could do 2 different ones. Let's say, okay, let's do this high fashion one. All right, white room. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, all right, that looks pretty good. Not so sure about this little pumpkin thing sitting here on the table, but overall it looks pretty nice, right? So white room, pastel colors, kind of at sunset, and then just a general thing like on a wooden table, right? So different ways that you can ask for things, and that is how you can create images inside of ChatGPT. Now, one thing I will say is that, and we didn't have to say this at all inside of our chats here, but you don't really want to end up with images that have words in them, okay? And here's why. So like if okay, here's one, right? So this was like a marketing idea for a small business, and I didn't specify like don't give me any images that have words in them. Okay, but you can see here like you get all these like, who knows even what that spells. It got coffee right, it got local and stuff like that, and special offer, that's good, but like I don't really know what these words are and they don't make any sense, right? So you got to watch for that with the ChatGPT model in particular. So if you end up with images that have words in them, then just tell it like, hey, let's create this image again, but take out all the signs and don't put any words in the image. Okay, and I will say, just as kind of a bonus little technique here, if you've seen my videos, which I'll prompt to at the end of this video, but on this channel, I've created a couple of videos about how to use the new feature ChatGPT tasks, which is basically like a thing that you can set up to assign a task to ChatGPT so that every day or every week or every month, whenever, it does this task for you. And so like one of the tasks I created was, hey, every Monday, send me like a small business tip, right? And I want an image to go with it. Okay, so like you could use this for your social media, for example. And so you can see like not only can you get your content and stuff like that for social media, but you can also use ChatGPT to create the image as well. So just give it some guidelines, and then you can even schedule it so that every other morning or whatever, you've got this thing that's kind of ready to post. All you have to do is like maybe make a couple edits and then just go into your Instagram or whatever and make a post, and the text and everything is already there, so you could just do it right from your phone. So create images with ChatGPT. That's kind of the rundown on how we do it, and there's lots of different use cases for it. I hope this helps you out. If it did, please give it a like, and I would love to have you as a subscriber on this channel. So subscribe if you haven't already, and listen, we'll see you in the next video. Hey, while you're here and before you leave, be sure to check out some of the videos that are popping up on the screen right about now. All right, talk to you soon.